well, this is going to be the quick part of our show. This is where we're just going to go down.
Quick. There's nothing ever quick about our show.
Right. Well, these are the topics we're going to spend a little less time on, but we'll just kind of go positive or negative on some of these things. Let's start with laser pointers, because and Ray Hudson's been talking about this for some time. What I can't figure out, Brett, so for me, laser pointers are obviously a negative, is why the fans sitting next to the guy with the laser pointer don't just elbow him straight in the face. I mean, that's what I would seriously consider. I would certainly consider ripping it out of their hands and shoving it up their pie holes.
Well, the incident I remember is when Messi had the laser pointer in his face.
Oh yeah.
And maybe the person with the laser pointer was surrounded by a bunch of other people who aren't Barca fans.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why he's not getting elbowed in the face.
Did you just call him Barca?
Regardless, if I'm at a Chicago Fire game, we're playing, let's say DC United, and the guy next to me is shining a laser pointer in a DC United face, I would say something. I would,
yeah.
Like I said, I would elbow him in the face. I don't know if I'd necessarily elbow him in the face. Probably get my ass kicked after that. I would say something. I would talk to an official, because
an attendant.
It's such a negative aspect, and it's a stupid thing to do.
It's so disrespectful. What on God's name are you actually accomplishing? Does it somehow make you feel good to have...
You're accomplishing being called a dick.
Yeah, exactly. My personal laser pointer, I mean, it hit, Lionel Messi right in the man boob. That's an accomplishment for me. Really, if that's an accomplishment for you, you've got a lot of other things to accomplish in life, because it's just ridiculous. Anyhow, I'm all for punching in the face.
Yeah. I'm all
Look, Mom, I'm on TV. I'm the laser pointer hitting Messi right in his left testicle. That's me.
I'm all for the guy with the laser pointer getting punched in the face, not me.
Me too. All right. Another positive or negative. I'll let you start with this one. Guzan going to get a few games, it looks like, for Villa while Shea Given's out.
Is this a question, really? Of course it's positive.
Yeah, I know, but why? Why is it positive?
Well, it's a positive because he's finally getting a shot at actual EPL games instead of rather cup games.
Yep.
I didn't get to watch the match. However, I heard good things about his play overall. I heard heard some Villa fans are on billboards basically saying that he has been in that 52 minutes or whatever he played, he actually organized the defense better than Given did.
Yeah. Well, I've always thought he's better than Given, but I mean, listen, Given's a great goalie.
There might be a stigma there because
Well, Given he's a national team goalkeeper. Well,
exactly. Yeah.
So, all right. So yeah, that's a positive. It can only bring good things for Guzan if he plays well for those 3 or 4 weeks that Shea Given's out. Then I don't think they're gonna not give Shea Given his spot back. But around.
What happens if he plays 4 to 6 games and Villa goes on a winning streak?
I think what's going to happen is he's going to play 3 or 4 games, and there's going to be somebody else out there that sees him. And during the winter transfer season, you might see somebody come out and say, "Hey, we really need a goalkeeper, so we can either stay out of relegation or whatever, and we're willing to pay a good hefty amount on a loan." For somebody like, and it wouldn't be the first time that they loaned him out. So,
of course not. Well, they always did the short-term loans with him, but still.
Yeah. All right, another plus or minus. Josie Altidore scores for Aze, but they lose 5-1. They lose.
Yeah, I only got to watch part of that because I was working, but the defense did look in shambles.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, Josie's goal was one hell of a goal.
It was. It was nice. Very
nice. It was nice to see. It's nice to see him getting those nice goals with this club.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll start seeing more with the national team.
I hope so. I'd like to see him start scoring for us, although that's not all his fault.
No, it's not, and we won't get into that.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that. Come on, Jurgen.
That'd be an entire another day's show.
Yeah. Come on, Jurgen, play 2 strikers. Enough's enough. All right, again, excuse me, because he did last time. Nike Internationals, United States tie France 2-2. But then they go on and beat Brazil and Turkey. To me, that's a big positive. And guys like Wesley Wade coming out, scoring 2 goals. Was it like the whole New York Red Bulls? Their whole academy plays on the U17 team? What's going on?
Very promising for MLS in the future, we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Even if half those players actually sign with New York, that's a great thing.
They got 7 players on that team.
Oh, there's definitely some positives to take, and there's some negatives. I mean, I've only got to read articles and watch highlights because, once again, working all fucking weekend.
God, that's all you do.
Gotta take it. I mean, I've read some positive remarks about some players and some negative remarks about others.
Right.
I like the fact that we came out and we ended up winning the cup, the Nike Friendly Internationals, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
It was good results to see.
Yeah, it was.
2 wins. So. Yeah,
and you're beating Brazil 3-1. Although I have to say, sometimes I watch those, the U17 these games, and of course there's so many, errors because they're such young players. But I wonder, and I watched the Brazilian team. I just thought, is this really the best they've got? Really in Brazil?
I read that this is a lot of their star U17 players were not released for the friendlies.
Exactly right.
So this isn't necessarily what you would classify as a Brazilian A squad per se.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I'm sure the kids on the team were still very technical and talented.
Sure. Yeah, they're good.
Brazilian.
They're good players. But they lost 3-1 to us, which. I mean, you just think with there's buttloads of Brazilian U17 players over there, and I'm just guessing, like usual in the years past, in some of these friendlies, they don't always send out their best, but that's okay. We still won. Let's see, a couple other things I wanted to say. A great player died today, Socrates. Many of you remember him from. At this point, was it 20 or 30 years ago, was one of the top players in the world, one of the best midfielders in the world, just a guy, if you want to call him a quarterback, which I don't like to do, but, who amazingly could smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day and still go out and play soccer. Now, that takes some talent, but unfortunately, he passed away today. And then, of course, the unfortunate suicide, apparently, of Gary Speed. So all, best thoughts to their families and friends, and 2 great players lost here in just under a week. I think that's all we've got, Brett, except for I was going to make fun of the Cosmos because they look like they're a goner.
Do you really have to kick them all down?
Kemsley's out.
Just breaking their name up alone is making fun of them.
Yeah, I guess all the Saudi Arabian folks who were financing all of this are just kind of sick of it because they just don't. They're not seeing, anything come of it at this point. And you really, outside of investors and selling T-shirts, it's hard to make money if you don't really have a actual team. Now the youth teams count as teams, obviously, but apparently they haven't been getting their checks from the Cosmos, and so that whole free playing thing we were so excited by before, that's all gone. It's now back to pay to play. Apparently, that's the report. And I don't know if you got to catch the Galaxy over the Philippines.
Nope.
Okay, you didn't miss anything. Nope. It was a 6-1
I would
total.
assume not.
I just don't. And they're having a hard time filling the stadiums for the game against Indonesia, the game against the Philippines. And that's because, soccer's bigger there and it's growing, but it's still not as huge as you might think. And people are just not that excited when Beckham shows up anymore. How many of these world tours has he done? It's like snooze. Okay. So why do the Galaxy do them when only 5,000 people show up? I don't know. Maybe more people showed up at that Philippines game. But 6-1, that was nice, I guess.
Same number of people showed up for the FC Dallas LA game.
It's FC Dallas, yeah. So
Okay, no, that was mean and untrue. I do not want to get a bunch of posts saying there's more than 5,000 people showing up.
Exactly.
Just want to say that right up. It was a joke.
Yeah, just a minor joke.
Ah.
All right. Well, that's about all we have for today. And I guess until the next time on the Straight Red Card, later.